Hello everyone. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this question asked on the community today. And the question is all about what is the use of time tracking if Jira cannot automatically get a countdown for original estimate. Now this user is basically trying to understand that when we change the statuses in Jira, why the time tracking field is not updated. For example, if the issue is in open status and the moment you start the progress, or maybe you change the status to any other status that you may have in the workflow, then why the time tracking field is not reflecting that information. Now, the simple answer is that when you change the transition, when you make a transition, when you change the status, basically, it does not always mean that the work was done. Now, the definition of work is different for different teams, but if you are talking about time, let us say you change the status to start the progress. I mean, it doesn't really mean that you're actually doing anything. I mean, it can mean that you are actually starting to look at the issue, or maybe you want to let everyone know that, okay, we are making some progress, but it is not always a direct one-to-one relation that the moment you click on the button, you're actually saying that, okay, I worked on it for 2 hours or 3 hours. And this is something that I have already replied to this user. However, if for some reason you do want to calculate the time difference between two statuses, then I believe in a way it is possible. You can always use automation, and using automation rules, you can maybe keep track of the time by maybe looking at the change history. And I have, by the way, covered these things in the past. If you, for example, want to learn how to do it, I'm using change history because in change history you have this information, but you can also do it for two consecutive statuses that are connected together by transition. And of course, it depends how complicated or simple your workflow is. So basically the idea is to calculate the time difference, and if you want to calculate time difference, it is possible using smart value. So something like this now.diff, then issue created or whatever. I mean, this is of course using the now date, but you can always calculate this using any other date field. And if you want to learn how to play with the smart values, because we have to use smart values, I highly recommend you to take a look at this link. Here you can find things that will let you calculate difference between the dates, and of course this is something that is possible using automation, but I would still challenge and recommend that think about what you're trying to achieve with this time or date difference, because changing status is not always equal to, or in most cases it doesn't really mean that you're actually spending some time or adding work log to the issue. So that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.